My agency audits 10 to 15 Google Ads accounts for e-commerce brands every single week. And the most commonly asked question I get is, Shri, how do we target more new customers with Google Ads? And it doesn't matter what niche or industry the brand is in, the problem is always the same. They're overspending on branded or retargeting traffic while new customers are nowhere in sight. So in this video, I'm going to show you not one, but 5 different ways to target new customers with Google Ads, all backed by $150 million in Google Ad spend we have done over the last 7 years. Starting with the very first method of targeting new customers, and this starts with your foundations. I honestly think this is one of the most commonly avoided ways of implementing new customer acquisition, because every brand owner, you might have done this yourself, I know I did for a very long period of time, wants that hitting strategy, that magic trick, like an on and off switch, where the moment they change something, things just flick off overnight in terms of branded traffic, and it's all about new customers. Unfortunately, Google doesn't really work that way, and a lot of the times it can take weeks and even months to fully transition your brand into new customer acquisition. But the first method is the most important step towards this change, which starts with your product feed, your product titles, landing page experience, and everything in between that makes up your entire foundation. What most brand owners don't realize is Google will actually feed you exactly what you ask it for. So for example, if we go on to Google, do a quick search for the keyword curved monitor, we see all of these different listings coming up with all of these different product titles. If we, for example, go onto one of the product titles on the product pages, we can see that the landing page contains certain words which are directly related to this product. And problem is where most brands go wrong. Instead of leading with cold traffic keywords, instead of leading with the perfect customer target that they want to go after, most brands lead with their brand keywords, and as a result they end up attracting exactly what they ask for. LG, for example, in this situation, perfect example of this. Instead of leading with 34-inch curved ultra wide QHD etc keywords, because these are the keywords a person who doesn't really know the LG brand, has never shopped with it, is looking for, instead they lead in with their brand itself. And this leads to Google identifying this keyword as a branded keyword, first of all, but second, leading more customers who type in the keyword LG directly to this product listing. So what this does is it dilutes cold traffic acquisition with branded traffic, because now there's a very fine thin line which has been crossed by LG because they introduced their brand name as the first keyword itself. And this can be seen across a variety of different keywords as well. For example, if we go on to Google and type in women's leggings, we can see there's other brands in this situation which also do this at a great manner. For example, Halara US, again leading with the brand name Halara, seamless flow, etc, which tells Google directly that, hey, I want more branded traffic and these are the types of customers I want you to find. So it's no surprise to me when I audit these brands and I realized that they're getting 90% to 95% traffic coming from branded keywords or just retargeting in general. So entire gist of this is you want to think of Google Ads and the foundation that you run with, the foundation that you create, as a game of inputs and outputs, because the thing that determines all of this ranking, the things that determine whether you go after more cold traffic versus just branded traffic, is something called the quality score of your entire ad account. And this is purely determined based on your inputs, because if you lead with branded, for example, this is going to lead you to more branded traffic. And if we go on Google, type in, for example, quality score equation really quick, we can see exactly what that means in terms of the Google Ads algorithm and how it determines where you should rank. First thing that it determines your score off of is expected CTRs. What is the expected CTRs for cold traffic versus just branded traffic? These are two different realms of traffic, and if you have the wrong foundation to start with, obviously this is going to lead to inflated numbers here, which is going to lead to your algorithm getting skewed and going after the wrong audience. Second, ad relevance, how closely the ad matches the user's search intent. A great example of this, of a brand that's doing this completely wrong, was this last brand right here. This brand, although we're searching for the keyword curved monitor, they came up with their quad monitor, which has all of these different functionalities for the monitor itself. Might be a better product than everything else we have seen so far, but because we were not looking for a quad monitor, we were looking for a curved monitor, immediately the ad relevance takes a negative hits for this brand, and thus the quality score is negatively impacted. Third, landing page experience, which again equates to having the right keywords, having not too many branded keywords on the landing page itself, starting off with the product titles to the actual descriptions and even the reviews. Because Google's algorithm, it's reading your landing page from top to bottom, left to right. The more keywords it identifies that are branded or retargeting based, the more it will go after that traffic and completely forget about cold traffic acquisition. So very simple fix. Just start strategizing around the foundations, ensuring that you don't have too much mentions of your brand name, aside from maybe just landing page itself, maybe the logo itself. But beyond that, keeping the brand influence, the brand name itself to a bare minimum, unless of course that's part of your strategy. Second method to target new customers with Google Ads is through your campaign settings directly. And this is kind of the fastest way you get to that on and off switch with Google Ads in terms of transitioning your brand from brand or retargeting to cold traffic overnight. And this can be done within a variety of different campaigns. Unfortunately, most brands I audit do not even take this into consideration, because if you go over to campaign settings, Google has allowed you not one way, but multiple different ways to go after cold traffic acquisition only, starting off with a customer acquisition setting itself. If we go inside it, we can see that this brand, which we are auditing under my agency, which by the way, if you run a brand making $50,000 or more per month in revenue, you want to scale to the next level with Google Ads to cold traffic, scan the QR code on the screen or click the first link in the comment section below to directly schedule a call with me, and let's see how we can potentially scale your brand profitably to cold traffic with Google. But what you want to do is you want to strategize around this second circle right here, which says only bid for new customers. And this can only be achieved if you, first of all, have this unchecked. You want to check this box and then the second option. But easiest way to flick that switch on to only bid for new customers, because anything else within this customer acquisition setting and you are bidding for new customers and existing ones. And as we know with Google, they want your money. They want you to bid as high as possible. They want to keep spending your full budget. And the easiest way for it to do that is by bidding and going after existing customers first, so your ROAS becomes inflated, you feel happy, and you spend more money on Google long term. Second way to kind of disregard brand itself, retargeting audiences itself, is to go right here to brand exclusions. This is a newer setting which I've covered in one of my videos, which you can find further about how to use it, but essentially adding in your brand list directly as one of the negative keywords. And you can even allow shopping ads on searches that mention excluded brands if you wish. However, if you wanted pure cold traffic, you just choose your branded keyword list, and you can create this directly by clicking new brand list here itself, click save, and that's as simple as now forcing the algorithm to go after new customer acquisition only. This brings me to the third method of excluding your brand or retargeting to go after cold traffic acquisition, and this has to do with the custom audiences you have within your Google Ads account. So if we go on over to our Google Ads dashboard, just type in the keyword audience, we can see there's a section for combined segments and custom segments. You want to go on over to custom segments, and you can look at different things here, such as data segments that you have, combined segments, so on and so forth. But within custom segments, we actually have the ability to add an audience of people searching for certain keywords. So you can do this with the segments, the first option, which is people with any of these interests or purchase intentions, and second one, which is our main goal here, people who search for any of these terms on Google. And you can type in, for example, brand for the segment's name, and people who searched any of these search terms, you want to, of course, add in your own brand name. So for example, if you're the brand Amazon, you would type in Amazon here, just type that in, then you would type in Amazon.com, and different ways that somebody would search up your brand based around your previous data. And you can type in, for example, Amazon reviews, Amazon feedback. However, it relates to your audience segments directly, because once you click save, the beautiful thing is now within your campaigns directly, if we go on over to any of the campaigns we're running, we have the ability to add in that audience, especially with standard shopping or search campaigns, by the way, to add in that custom audience and to exclude it completely. So for example, we can click edit exclusions here, and we should be able to see our selected segments, our customer list, if we have any, or if you click browse, for example, how they interacted with your business directly, and you can add this within data segments as well as custom combination directly. So this is a very straightforward, very easy way to directly add in a negative audience list to your campaigns directly and completely exclude that audience from showing up within that specific campaign. And ideally, if you're not running a smart bidding campaign, this is the next best way to go about it. But if you have majority smart bidding campaigns like Performance Max or even standard shopping running on target ROAS or target CPA based strategies, this is not necessary. You can just go and do number one or number two method. method. But next easiest way to only target cold traffic is through your content suitability settings. And the unfortunate thing is most brands don't even know that this exists, and the brands that do know that this exists completely disregard it. So the easiest way to find your content suitability settings is to go on the Google Ads dashboard directly on the top right. Just change this to suitability or content suitability. And once you write that in, this little box should come up with all of these different options. Our main interest here is none of these things besides excluded content keywords. And although this is not directly going to impact your shopping placements in any way, shape, or form, this is perfect for that display traffic you end up targeting via Performance Max campaigns, via YouTube, demand gen, etc. Because it does go after YouTube Display Network and Google Video Partner Inventory. Again, the main goal here, come in, add in your branded keywords as exclusions, and you can separate it by commas. But again, go in depth into this strategist around literally every single keyword, from the .com domain you run to maybe adding in the keyword reviews, feedback, product itself, the product name with your brand name in the front or after it, etc. Go in with a variety of different approaches here to add in as many exclusions as possible, because once you add this in on the accounts level, any display traffic campaigns you have, whether it be PMax, YouTube, demand gen, will now exclude these keywords completely. So if somebody is to go after your brand name on the YouTube placement, on any display traffic, or anywhere else that falls under inventory for YouTube or video partners, then your brand and your products that you sell will not show up there. This is again perfect for display traffic, because more often than not, even though you do add those exclusions in for PMax, shopping, search, if it's going after your product listings directly, there's a good chance that your brand keywords will be excluded for those product listings, but not necessarily on the display traffic side of things. But this brings us to the fifth way of going after new customer acquisition on Google Ads only, and this is through a mixture of search plus YouTube campaigns going after non-branded keywords. The ultimate goal with this, before I show you how this works, is to train the account on a top level who your perfect customer is and to go after non-branded traffic. And the easiest way to do this is to essentially launch search campaigns and YouTube campaigns that are exclusively going after non-branded keywords. Nowadays, whenever we work with any brand under my agency, what we do is we have 80% to 90% of our budget that's allocated for search and YouTube and just testing in general beyond Performance Max or shopping campaigns, is to go after non-branded search or non-branded demand gen campaigns after the generic keywords in general. So at any given point of time, we will have a campaign running with multiple different search keywords that are all non-branded and all cold traffic focused. And this can be based around sub collections that you have. This can be based around specific products that you sell, but we like to keep it at a bare minimum, no more than 1 to 3 keywords per ad group as a strategy. But all of these are going after exact match, phrase match, and broad match all together, ensuring that they are cold traffic keywords. So there should be no influence of brand keywords in this campaign. And when I say 80 to 90% of your budget, if you have $100 a day budget for search campaigns, $10 or $5 should be for a branded campaign, because you do want to have some influence from branded search terms, branded campaigns in general. But beyond that, the $80 to $90 left should be full on cold traffic keywords. And your ad copies, even within these ad groups that you have for all of these search keywords, should be cold traffic as well. And this is the same thing I should be doing for demand gen in general, because demand gen, if you just go after branded traffic or retargeting traffic, will take full on advantage of it. And the beautiful thing that you want to do with demand gen, and we can go on to an account which actually runs demand gen campaigns, which actually goes after YouTube campaigns, is you want to add in your custom audience and retargeting list as basically a suggestion. So if we're going over here, this is exactly what we do for all our demand gen campaigns, because you don't want to necessarily exclude branded traffic from demand gen completely. Rather, you want to add it as a custom segment which the audience can learn from. And the easy way to do this, if we click edit audience segments, for example, we click on this ad group, we can see Google gives us the ability to include people who match any of the following audience segments. And this is where we add in the custom segments of our perfect customer. You can even add it in under the lookalike segments, where you added your purchase list, your customer list that we created earlier, the brand keywords itself, as a custom segment itself to learn from. But beyond that, having a demand gen campaign mostly focused on just a generic broad audience will feed the accounts on a top level tons of valuable data that the account actually needs to know, number one, what is the perfect keyword to go after, and number two, what is the distinguishing factor between branded and non-branded traffic. And as you start getting more and more data from these two different campaigns types and these two campaign placements, your account will naturally start avoiding branded keywords. So it will naturally start going after the cold traffic segments, because now majority of your budget is allocated towards these cold traffic segments. But here's the key that you want to understand. You don't need to implement all 5 of these methods to go after pure cold traffic acquisition. Rather, implementing just maybe 1 or 2 of these methods is more than enough to now force your entire algorithm, to force the entire account to focus more on cold traffic acquisition while focusing less and less over time on branded traffic. Because the ultimate goal is to follow the 80-20 rule, and I like to change it to the 90-10 rule, where 90% is focus is on cold traffic acquisition and 10% or less is on branded traffic acquisition. But if your brand is already doing $50,000 or more per month in revenue, you need some extra help scaling profitably to cold traffic with Google Ads, scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the comment section below to directly schedule a call with me, and let's see how we can potentially work together to make all of this happen.